Whew, nervous. Hello everyone, welcome to my corner of the internet. My name is Jason, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different for my channel. We're going to be looking at and playing Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition. I'm going to get into a bunch of different things, but I figured I'll let you know what this video is. This is going to be my part 0. Basically, you're going to be seeing a lot of the menu in this video, because this is basically before the Let's Play starts in earnest. So basically, a lot of preamble stuff and character creation. We'll get to that as well in this video. So if none of that interests you, then just go ahead and skip on over to part 1, and you should be able to follow along anyways. But anyways, normally if you're you're used to seeing me on my channel, I tend to like starting at the beginning of a series, starting with the first game and working my way up through it. I have all the Divinity games. I just haven't played them. They were on my list. They're, way down at the bottom. I'm like, I will eventually get to them, because I'm a big fan of, the CRPG types. Like Wasteland, Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, Neverwinter Nights. Like I loved those games, and even like Wasteland 2. I backed that, the Kickstarter for that, and so those types of sort of over the head kind of RPGs. And I've heard nothing but good things about Divinity. So, it was already on my list, and I love my patrons, and I've been looking for a reason to give them something, sort of a little something special. And one of my patrons, JB, he basically got me to get over my we'll say near OCD, I guess, urges, or we'll say my needs to start at the beginning. I'm going to be jumping to basically the last game in the series, because from what I understand, I don't need to play the previous games to understand this one. So, if you like the series, go ahead and give a big thanks to JB for this happening. Maybe not necessarily for me sitting at the menu. That's on me. That's on me. Anyways, before we start, I wanted to talk about technical things. If we go under options, I'm running an older system, and so I can't record things smoothly at the same quality that I can actually play it at. So it's going to be frame capped at 45 frames per second. So if things don't look fantastic, that is why. Other than that, quality is set to ultra, 1080p, and everything's great and good and all that stuff. But frame rate is not as great as I would have liked to be able to give to you all. So let's go ahead and actually give me a second. We're going to just create a profile for this Let's Play. I had started up another one just to basically do a little bit of the technical testing, which is how I know that things should record fine with these settings. But anyways, Gift bag number 4 has been automatically downloaded and applied to your game. We hope you enjoy this fine collection of modifications inspired by our community favorites. I have no idea what this means, because I'm going into this game blind. I know nothing about it. So let's go ahead, and I'm assuming we want to go under story. And we're going to be playing single player. Now, I was confused by this when I first saw it, and it took me a second to sort of figure it out. I think this is the way of the game sort of setting up the difficulty. And like, if we look under, okay, well, let's look at them all. Explorer mode. And I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be taking my time through this. I'm going to be reading everything. So if you don't like a slow, methodical playstyle, I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm not familiar with this game, so I want to take my time through it. And it's a game I'm excited to play, so I'm going to be doing that. If you don't like that, sorry. So sorry. You prefer a fair but forgiving adventure that rewards clever thinking in and out of battle. Okay. And then go under classic mode, a classic role-playing experience. You are cunning, resourceful, and prepared for the perils that await. Okay. So far, like, these two kind of sound the same, but Explorer sounds maybe slightly easier. You prefer a fair but forgiving. Yeah, the word forgiving's in there. Now, tactician mode, right there, you've got regular and honor. So regular says, bring it on, combat is demanding, and your foes are devious and observant. For every surprise you spring, they will respond with 2 of their own. Not for the faint of heart. So this is obviously hard mode, and I'm guessing honor. Okay, I'm gonna try to guess. It's like an Iron Man type thing, right? Hardcore. Failure is not an option. Raise the stakes by limiting the already highly challenging tactician mode to a single save game. If your entire party perishes, the same game is erased and your quest is well and truly over. So yes, this is hard mode. And then story mode. You're here for the fun and the fantasy, but not for a rigorous challenge. I find the placement very interesting here. I realize I'm getting into analysis here, and we're not even into like character creation yet, but I like this. It wasn't just renaming the difficulties, they actually shuffled them around. The easiest is not the one at the top. The easiest one's actually on the bottom, and then it goes up to Explorer, then it seems Classic, then it seems Tactician, which is interesting because I feel like there's some people, some groups, there's a bit of a stigma depending on what you're playing, and I like how they avoid straight up calling things easy mode, hard mode, because even if you want to play, you just want an easy thing. There's like I said, there's a stigma attached to the word easy, and some people it doesn't bother. Then other people, there's even if they say it doesn't bother them, I feel like there's like myself. I'm like, whatever, I'll play on what I feel like. But I know in the back of my head, there's that subconscious thing that's saying, you're playing on easy. You're playing on easy. So I kind of like the way they mix things up here. I think we're going to play on... This is my first time with the entire series. I'm probably going to get destroyed, so we're going to go with Classic. I mean, I cut my teeth on Baldur's Gate. Like, if the game is easier than Baldur's Gate, then I think I will manage just fine. Famous last words. So we're going to go with Classic mode. A classic role-playing experience. You are cunning, resourceful, and prepare for the perils that await. I am not any of those things, but let's go for it. Begin. Don't like the look of that new helmet. Hide it by unticking the display. Wow, okay. Click on townsfolk wall and sneak mode to rifle through their pockets. Oh, I can already tell I'm going to like this game. You can move heavy items by increasing your strength or investing points in telekinesis. The talent Pet Pal allows you to speak to animals. Bark, bark, moo. This is the best. That is the best one. If you lose sight of characters in combat, activate the character outlines by hitting Grave. Grave? Is my keyboard set to French? I'm wondering. That's is it talking like l'accent grave, the next to the number 1, I'm guessing? Whatever. We'll figure it out when we get in the game. Character creation. In the character creation screen, you can select an origin character or create a custom hero. Now, part of me is like, hey, just go ahead, like take in the experience for they've got an origin story. Like, go ahead and take in that experience of these built-in origin characters, but I always like making something my own. So I think we're going to go ahead with a custom character that's we'll say a little bit more to my liking. So we'll go through them all first, though. So we've got the Red Prince. Should I listen to the origin story? Like, I'm not sure. If we don't pick these characters, do they come back around later? Will this be important for us to know who these characters are? Or, like, does it matter? You're infamous, a brilliant warrior general exiled from his empire for cavorting with demons. Fallen from grace, you have refused to give up. The throne will be yours again. I suppose we could... Wow, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be picking one of the pre-mades. I want to make my own, so... why not? Why not?
Famed, of course, for my unique red skin and unparalleled skills as a general of the House of War, I, the Red Prince, was raised within the vast palaces of the fabled Forbidden City. I was destined to become the next emperor. But my ambitions suffered a bit of a setback when I fell from grace for cavorting with demons. Now, I'm exiled, and hunted by assassins. But I assure you, I remain undaunted and as determined as ever to claim my rightful throne.
I'm sorry, man. The voice totally threw me for a loop. That was not a voice I was expecting to come out of that body. Sorry, I made some assumptions there, but a very different personality than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting him to be as flamboyant. He was very, you know, interesting. Okay. It's an interesting character. I'm kind of sad we won't be using you, because as interesting as he is, I'm like, I do not want to play a whole game as the Red Prince. So next one. Origin characters have a rich personal background, custom stories, and unique tags. I don't know what that means, and then it went away. Okay. Well, you people could read that. So, a slave no longer, you still bear the living scar your master used to dominate you. He turned you into an assassin, made you hunt your own kin. Now, you hunt him. So, you know, maybe I should take a second to see if, how much that will change my experience, because, am I missing out anything by creating a custom character? You know, give me a second. I am going to. I need to make sure I'm not really missing out on anything. Because if they've got like really, like, I don't know, like character specific quests and stuff, then I don't want to. But then again, there's all different characters, so I'd be missing out on something anyways. Give me a minute. All right, so I took a look, and it seems like a lot of people say that there is a lot to the origin characters, but I realized that, you know, I'm only going to be able to pick one through anyways, and I feel like I'd be missing stuff regardless of which character I picked. So it definitely seems like a game that is tailored around, we'll say, multiple playthroughs, which makes me wonder, how long is the game? Anyways, so, you know, I think we'll listen to the one thing I also read really quick, and I don't know if it's true, but that you do actually get to run into these characters, and they can join your party. So I'm like, you know what? I feel like I'll get the origin story, so I kind of become familiar with these characters, but I'm ultimately going to go with a custom character. So we'll listen to all the origin stories. We'll see what these characters are all about, and yeah.
I used to be a slave, kept under the thumb of the master, the bastard that made me hunt down my own kin. How did he do that, you ask? With the living scar you see on my cheek, this horror that takes no more than a song sung by Master Dearest to control my very thoughts. But now the tables have turned. I broke my shackles, and when I finally find him, I will make the master sing a very different kind of song.
Interesting. Okay, got a bit of a vengeance story there. That was Sebel. We've got Ifan Ben Mezd, a crusader in Lucian's army. You lost your faith as war claimed countless innocents. Now you're a lone wolf mercenary. Your mission? Kill Lucian's son. Should I even read that? Like, it's...
Once I was a crusader for the Divine Order. I pledged my life to Lucian the Divine. The war changed everything. He sent me to save the elves I grew up amongst. I arrived too late. Lucian ordered the use of death fog against the Black Ring, annihilating everyone I once knew in the process. Now I'm a mercenary killer, one of the infamous lone wolves. And my next target is none other than Lucian's own son.
Why? Are you trying to... okay. You want to kill Lucian's son because you're beef with Lucian, or because... Huh. Interesting. Okay, next. Beast! Ah, yes. Your failed rebellion against the Queen nearly destroyed you, so you began a new life on the high seas. Now your old enemy is back. If you don't stop her, no one will.
I was just thinking about someone I used to know. My cousin, The Queen, in fact. A tyrant. I tried to stop her, but things don't always go according to plan. She cast me out to a forgotten island, and made short work of my allies, too. Lucky for me, I was able to commandeer a ship, and began a new life for myself, out on the high seas. Aye, but I hear that the Queen is at it again, and there's something darker behind her madcap schemes this time. If I don't stop her, I don't know who will.
Right, Beast is an interesting character. I kind of like him. Like I said, I'm hoping to run into these characters and get them on in my party just so that I can get some of that personality in there. Los. You're a musician, performer, star, and host to all manner of disembodied visitors. Wait, what? Disembodied visitors. You entertain ghosts? Now one dark voice has silenced them all and aims to claim your body for itself. I'm guessing that is a ghost-ish. Okay, I'm intrigued.
All my life I've been a performer, a musician, beloved and celebrated by all. But I have a secret. I'm also a playground for sprites and spirits and worse. The voice that rings inside me now is darker than any that came before. Almost caused a bunch of my fans to rip each other to pieces. But you can trust me. I've got this under control. Step 1. Find out who or what is trying to take control of my mind. Step 2. Make it sorry it ever tried.
Interesting. I find the story intriguing, but I'm not totally sold on the personality. Fane. Oh, dude, we got Skeletor here. You woke up and your world was gone, the last of your kind. You hide behind a charmed mask. Oh, it's a mask? Lame. Searching for the truth about a history that no one knew existed. Actually, that's a really good mask. Are you sure that's a mask?
Oh, don't stare. How would you look after eons in some ghastly crypt? Your people are rather prone to death. Mine are not. Yet when I emerged from my completely unjustified imprisonment, I found them gone. Our culture forgotten. Any trace of the world I knew all but obliterated. I must even hide my true face beneath an ever-shifting mask for fear you savages will attack me. That is how I wander this strange world. Trying to uncover the truth about a history you primitive people never even knew existed.
Yeah, we got some interesting characters. I'm like, these actually, you're making me question my choice to go custom character. All right. So we got custom dwarf. I think I'm gonna go with the custom. Yeah, I know I might miss out on some things, but we've got. Oh, that's that's interesting. I always am entertained by seeing how the different characters are portrayed. That's pretty good. Elf. The elves actually they're kind of interesting. The way like they seem to have like, I don't know, like the muscles or the what am I trying to say? It's like the way that their muscle definition goes. It's almost like tree-like, which I guess, you know, if you're talking elves, yeah, like you can see it a little bit easier here. Like those are some weird-looking abs. Like it's got this weird sort of crossover thing, which is kind of cool. I like that. It's interesting. It's a different take on elves because it's not the same usual. You know, they're just really pretty humans. No, there seems to be a structural difference. Sure, well, structural difference. We've got humans. I'm going to assume this belt thing is just really big because, like, this guy's proportions seem kind of weird. Yeah, this what do you call that? The belt part thing that the humans are wearing, it tends to really, it's really bulky. We've got custom lizards. Yeah, gotta have a custom lizard. Except I don't actually. I should have been reading I'm making a custom character, so deciding that. So let's see. Between haves and have-nots alike, dwarves are fiercely nationalistic. Even the poorest dwarf would die for their dwindling kingdom, but not all would die for the queen. The annals of elvendom are written in flesh. Elves eat the dead, oh, interesting, and absorb their memories. Now the elves are in peril. An unforgettable hero must rise. Okay, that's an interesting bit. Humans, adventurous, confident, flexible, at times even clever. Humans are dominant in Revelin. Revelin? I'm guessing that's the name of this world. Okay, I'm guessing. I'm hoping. I hope my assumption is right. They always play the hero in their own endless wars, even when they're the villains. That's an interesting way to put it. The most lizards are as exotic and mysterious as the ancient empire itself. The outside world knows them as warriors, philosophers, and slavers, to be respected and feared. Undead dwarf. Okay, so... Oh yeah, we've got undead versions of all the regular races. So the undead are considered abominations in Revelin. An affront to the natural order whose mere presence invites violence. Those who walk among the living must do so masked. Okay, so that last guy, whose name has already escaped me, he was an undead human, I'm guessing. Undead elf, same deal. Undead human. Undead lizard. I do like that the undeads, they have one for each race. It's not just, you know, undead. Because normally undead, you know, it's humans. But that's very interesting. I'm curious. Are they... Okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was like, wait a second. So without the armor, there is absolutely no flesh on this character. But with the armor, hiding something? Okay. Interesting. All right, well, give me a second. What do I pick? All right, we're gonna go with custom human. I realize I kind of have a thing for, it was interesting, when I started my Elder Scrolls playthrough, and I was answering the questions in Arena, and I got assigned the class of Nightblade. I didn't realize how perfect a class that was, so I'm kind of wondering if I could do something kind of like that, like rogue but magic, like a rogue magic type character, where I'm mixing maybe like utility magic with just like, you know, rogue backstabbing and stuff like that. So let's see. We've got, wait. So these are, I guess, two. Okay, I'm not sure what these are. Dome of Protection. Okay, so that sounds like it says special. So I guess these are special abilities. Do these come from, are those from? I don't know what those came from. I guess are they tied to these? Okay, so you have to be patient with me. I'm figuring out the system here. So we've got, I guess, two special abilities, and they are, I don't know where I got them from. It seems like everyone. Oh wait, no, not everyone has them. Okay, sorry. You have to wait for it to load in. So yeah, it does appear that depending on your race, you do start with Humans have Dome of Protection, which is a magical field that restores magic and physical armor and increases elemental resistances on allies in an area. Okay. And Encourage. Encourage allies around you, increasing their primary attributes. Okay, cool. Talents. Ingenious gives you a 5% bonus to critical chance and extra critical multiplier. Thrifty. Thrifty gives you +1 to bartering. Okay, I guess that those are human traits, I'm guessing. Build presets. So we got Ranger, which, you know, okay, right here it says a marksman with a legendary knack for self-preservation. Not quite. A rogue, maybe that's what I'm looking for. With a lot of skill and a little luck, this rogue sees the world as an open coffer. Okay, so maybe Shadowblade. Well, that sounds it. A powerful assassin whose arsenal of both daggers and magic would terrify any enemy if they ever saw it coming. All right, so far, you know, Shadowblade, Nightblade, it's really close to each other. And from what I understand is that the game's got a very open-ended system. Like, I'll be able to experiment with different things. Now, I don't want to do that too much because I'm not sure how, like, some games tend to get very hard if you try to become sort of a jack of all trades. So I'm going to try to avoid that. I'm going to try to stay focused until I get comfortable with the system, and then I can get maybe a little bit more daring. But so far, Shadowblade sounds probably close to what we're looking for. Let's see, Backlash. Jump over the enemy, landing behind their back and backstabbing them for 14 to 16 physical damage. So I'm guessing this is like if you're right in front of the enemy, but you want to get... So this basically allows you to backstab from in front. You get to jump over, then backstab. That's a cool move. Chameleon Cloak grants you the power to blend in with any environment as if invisible. All right, that sounds good. Wait, what's at the bottom? Scoundrel. So I don't know what that means. I noticed at the bottom here we said it says special on these two, and this one says Scoundrel. This one says Polymorph. And let's see, turn the target character into a chicken. Squawk. This is also says Polymorph. So I kind of like that. The idea of turning someone into a chicken sounds like fun. It reminds me of when I played WoW. You know, I played a mage, so you know, turning people into sheep was a thing. A great crowd control. So I could see that being useful. Resisted by physical armor. Okay, I'll figure this all out. I'm sure I'll figure all this out. Let's see, what are the other not classes, build presets. Wayfarer, a survivalist and practitioner of magic. The Wayfarer is hard to hit and even harder to evade. Witch, an intimidating presence whose bone-chilling powers terrify friend and foe alike. A Wizard, a scholar of magic specialized in starting and ending battles with a flick of a wrist, extracting swift victory from a safe distance. Battle Mage, amplifies brute strength with powerful magic. That's a short and sweet to the point. Sounds cool, actually. You know what? Actually, that sounds... Like, it'd be something different, right? From what I'm... Like, I just got through saying I'd really like the sneaky type character, but then I'm like, maybe I could play something different. And we'll see. Cleric. Heals allies or smashes skulls, depending on the direction of the winds. Conjurer. Conjures a trusty personal demon and elemental totems to aid in battle. Enchanter. Prefers to turn the tide of battle from afar, manipulating foes with powerful magic. Fighter. Brutal warrior and expert in close combat. Inquisitor. A daring mace wielder, risking life and limb to decimate evil head-on. A knight. Specialized in war tactics, knights are trained not only to fight, but to rally troops. Metamorph, okay. They're all polymorph, so... Okay, so I'm guessing... Okay, I'll get to that in a bit. Metamorph. Adapts to dangerous situations with transformational tricks of nature. And back to the Ranger. Okay, we're gonna pick the Shadowblade. And I suspect as we get on to the different things, hopefully we'll understand more as we go. Appearance. All right, you know what? I'm not gonna click through everything. I feel like I'm taking forever just to get through the character creation, so just give me a second and I will fiddle around with this and figure out what the character's gonna look like.
Almost got me that time.
All right, I think we're gonna go with this. I didn't want to spend too much time on this. Face 1, hairstyle 2, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna go with the warrior voice. I don't know. I feel like it's got a sort of commanding vibe to it. The way I envision or imagine the character is maybe a little bit more stoic-ish kind of thing. More of a quiet, but, you know, very sort of commanding when she speaks. So we'll go with that. All right. Now we're looking at the build preset. So I guess this is looking at the Shadowblade. Oh, well, okay. I guess I could have just waited until I got to preset to pick that. All right, so the attributes panel shows the primary stats you can spend points in after you level up. Primary stats have a direct influence on secondary stats. All right, so these are our attributes. Okay, I'll figure things out here. So these are primary stats. Spending points on combat abilities generally increases the damage you do in the skill schools you invest in. However, there are other benefits as well. Read the descriptions of the skill schools to fully understand what the invested points do. Yeah, I'll get to that. So we've got strength, finesse, intelligence, constitution, memory, and wits. So let's see, strength. Strength increases your damage with strength-based weapons and skills and allows you to lift and carry heavier items. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. Finesse increases your damage with finesse-based weapons and skills. Considering this is pre-assigned, you know, I got looks like a bonus of 2 to finesse as a Shadowblade. I'm guessing this is kind of like a dexterity, kind of a, you know, daggery build. Finesse-based attacks and skills do 10% extra damage. Cool. Intelligence-based damage you deal. Okay, Constitution determines how much vitality you have. I am used to having very little vitality. Memory. Memory affects your amount of memory slots which are required to learn skills. More powerful skills cost more memory slots. That sounds like it might be important. It might not be, I don't know. Wits. Wits affect your critical chance, initiative, and your ability to detect traps and find hidden treasures. Well, that sounds important too for us. Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing. I might screw everything up, and that's all part of the fun. So let's take 1 point out of wits. Oh, there we go, and put it into memory. Now, this early, like I just said, you know, try to stay focused. And I'm already kind of going, well, what if I spread things out around right from the get-go, right during character creation? And right now, some veteran of the game is just going, oh my god, no, don't do that. All right, so we're gonna do that. Let's see, base slots 3, extra slots for memory, plus 1 point equals 1 slot. Cool. I don't know what that means. Well, maybe we'll figure it out when we get down to abilities. So we've got Scoundrel. Wait, Scoundrel. Okay, and so abilities, I guess, are what you... Okay, so you pick skills, yes, because underneath this one says Scoundrel, this one says Polymorph. So I guess you pick your abilities, and then from your abilities, you pick skills from your abilities. So civil abilities are non-combat abilities. They come in handy when you're not solving a situation through conflict. Okay. So I'm guessing that we've got combat abilities and we have civil abilities. So we've got Thievery. Thievery improves your lockpicking and pickpocketing skills. I don't want that, actually. I feel like sneaking is a little bit more up to what we want. Like, yes, stealing sounds nice. And I know we have a spell that makes us invisible, but I also feel like our character should be able to sneak on her own, just without needing magic. So let's see, sneaking determines how well you can sneak without getting caught. Increasing this ability shrinks NPC sight cones and improves your movement speed while sneaking. Oh, will we be able to see sight cones? Oh, that's cool. Like I'm actually kind of excited. Like maybe we'll have some stealth segments. That'll be neat, right? Right? Will that be neat, people? I hope so. Personality bartering, I think that we get that from Thrifty. So we get that from being a human, I'm guessing. All right, so we've got a point in Scoundrel, and we have a point in Polymorph. Now we could, okay, Warfare. So I'm guessing that's like more fighter stuff. Huntsman, hunting from high ground. So I'm guessing that's ranged. Okay, so it's like fighter, ranged person, fire mage, water mage, air mage, ground mage, death mage, summoning mage, and then polymorphing mage. Okay, we could also put points into weapons, eh? But I feel like we should have magic from the start. And I know polymorph gives us that invisibility thing. What do the other ones give us? Let's see. Let's just try pyrokinetic. I'm guessing. Okay, it got rid of our other. Okay, so we got rid of the polymorph, so it got rid of that skill for us. Okay, so from scoundrel ability, we have backlash. We could also pick throwing knife. So throw a knife at your opponent, dealing 14 to 15 physical damage, and can backstab. Okay, that's cool. Adrenaline, gain 2 action points immediately, but lose 2 action points next turn. Any action points over your maximum are lost. Okay, so bravely default. It's basically you're taking your next turn now. Chloroform, chloroform, yes, destroys 6 to 7 magic armor and then tries to set sleeping for 1 turn. Does not break invisibility or sneaking. That's kind of cool. Damage is based on your level and receives bonus from finesse. That's kind of cool. All right, so from pyrokinetic ability, haste sets hasted on target character. Haste increases movement speed by. Okay, so that's what I was wondering. I was like, if I choose like pyrokinetic, is it only going to be like different types of fire magic? But based on this, that's kind of cool. Like there are additional like utility spells within each school. Clear, slow, and crippled. That's cool. Searing daggers. Okay. Peace of mind. Target gains clear-minded, which increases strength, finesse, and intelligence by 1, and wits by 1. Wait, what? Why would you separate things out like that? Strength, finesse, and intelligence by 1, and wits by 1. Why wouldn't you just say strength, finesse, intelligence, and wits by 1? It's interestingly worded. Removes blinded, terrified, charmed, taunted, sleeping, enraged, and mad. That's actually kind of nice if you I'm guessing status effects are going to be a big deal. Let's no, I'm seeing other abilities I want to grab. Okay, we'll see what polymorph has to offer. We'll go back to that in a bit. Sets enemy characters around you on fire, deals fire damage, and ignites susceptible surfaces. Alright, so bullhorns. Magnificent horns sprout from your forehead, making you see red. You can rush at your enemies and gore them. Increases retribution ability by 1 for the duration. Incompatible with Medusa head. No idea what this is. Tentacle. Well, I mean, I get it, but I don't know what a lot of the things it's talking about it are. Tentacle lash. Lash out at your opponent, dealing 7 to 8 physical damage and setting atrophy on them. I actually kind of got a little bit more excited about the fire abilities, but then again, Chameleon Cloak and Chicken Caw. Like these two, I kind of got excited about those when I saw them. Yeah, we'll keep those. We'll keep those. All right, so that's basically that. All right, talents. What's a talent? Talents determine a character's unique features. Select talents to complement a character's abilities and attributes. Understood. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go through these really quick. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna go through these and I'll come back with my choice. Oh, this looks cool. I don't think I'm gonna pick it, but Lone Wolf. So Lone Wolf provides 2 max AP. I'm guessing that's action points. 2 recovery AP, plus 30 vitality, plus 60% physical armor, plus 60% magic armor, and doubles invested points and attributes up to a maximum of 40, and combat abilities except polymorph ability up to a maximum of 10, while you are adventuring solo or with at most 1 companion. This bonus is temporarily removed when there are more than 2 members in the current party. So if you want to kind of just go solo, you could have, you can actually make that a feature of your character. And then your character becomes weaker when they're in a group. I like that. Some of these are kind of neat. I like these talents. Stench decreases everyone's attitude towards you by 25, but melee opponents find you less attractive in combat. So I'm guessing what it's basically saying is that you know, when you're trying to deal with people, they don't like you, they don't want to deal with you, but in combat you don't draw as much aggro because you stink. Okay, I like that. I think I'm going to just stick with Gorilla. While sneaking, Gorilla increases attack damage by 40%, also reduces cost of entering sneak mode by 1 action point. So, at least that's what I'm assuming AP stands for. So we'll go with that. Now, tags. Tags determine what options are available to you in dialogue and how the world reacts to your party members. Custom characters have race, gender, and background tags. Origin characters have unique origin tags. Okay, that's kind of cool. So we're kind of backstorying ourselves in a way, like something that the game can play off of, so that it doesn't feel like our characters was just dropped in and it's just, you know, Joe generic. So origins, you know, barbarian, they call you savage, an animal. They don't know what it's like to need to fight, tooth and claw just to survive. You do. Jester, quick with a quip and swift of song, you are an entertainer above all. You can disarm the public with your bawdy tales and mesmerize them with midnight frights. Mystic, cracks in reality lead you to other times and places, some of the void, some of the gods. Your vision is not quite your own, but you can make use of it. That one sounds kind of cool. It's like, maybe I'm a little crazy. What I see, is it real? Am I seeing this reality or another one? That's interesting. There's a potential for some fun there. Noble. Born to riches and luxury, you have an aristocratic bearing, eloquent speech, and the finest manners. Back alleys and rooftops know well the tread of your boot. You've got friends in low places and enemies to match. Scholar, intelligent and curious, your appetite for learning far exceeds your taste for bloodshed. Books and scrolls are your dearest possessions. And soldier, trained in order, obedience, and warfare, you know the difference between a latrine and a lieutenant. All right, I like the mystic. We'll go with that. So we're gonna pick mystic, and I can pick another one. Your appetite for learning far exceeds your taste for bloodshed. Books and scrolls are your dearest. You know what? Sure. A mystic scholar. This is an interesting character. Okay. I'm cool with that. I guess next step is instruments. Select your origin instrument. It will take the lead in the music during fights and will highlight various moments of your adventure. Oh. Oh, that's kind of cool. Wait, so I'm getting... Does this have like an impact on like every soundtrack, every song in the game? Like, am I choosing like the feel of the song? Or is it just like little accents here and there? Huh, I that's kind of cool. I love that. It's like just a little extra little flair, right? I love cellos. Like cello music, I absolutely love that. So I'm going to, I have to go with the cello. All right. Can we add another character like off the bat? Oh, multiplayer. Okay. Okay. That's cool. So even if I started the game on single player, I could click on that to, I guess to invite someone in to play multiplayer. Okay. That's cool. So that is going to do it for our character creation. I guess we'll go ahead and hit start game, and in part 1 we'll actually start the game. If you're excited to see more of it, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. If not, you know, give a thumbs down, whatever. I know I rambled a lot. I know this was really slow, and I was really taking my time through things, and I know it was frustrating. It has to have been frustrating. But just bear with me. I'll get the hang of things, and we'll get rolling. We'll get rolling with this. And yeah, we'll do that. We'll do so in the next video. Yeah. So until then, I'd like to ask you all to game on. Just kidding. You still have points to spend. Wait, where did I not spend points? I seem to have lost the point in finesse. I don't know why that happened. All right, so I looked around a little bit because I was really curious about them. Like, I didn't even touch that. And I stumbled on this. So Polymorph provides 1 free attribute point per point invested. And I figured it might have something to do with that because it was the one thing I had actually changed and then gone back to. So, yeah, evidently, yeah, I get a bonus point from Polymorph. So yeah, now game on.